Hi everybody, Lori here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to be a part of the You Are My Favorite release blog hop with Simon Says Stamp, and I have a duck-friendly, a duck-loving project to share with you. I'm going to be using the new Duck Trio die set, and it makes the cutie patootiest little trio of ducks. And I had 3 already cut out that I had die cut for the reveal. When I do, I don't know if you know this, you probably do. I usually do the reveal walkthroughs of the new releases for Simon Says Stamp, and I always die cut everything so you can see for size and for the magic. And so I'm just going to do 3 more. Had 3 already put together, and I was going to do a whole background of happy little ducks. So I die cut the duck bodies with white cardstock, and then the duck feet and the duck head, or the beak, or the bill. I should have Googled duck anatomy before I started this for the out of yellow cardstock. Okay, and then now I'm doing the eyes out of black. So I have these little slivers of black cardstock, and I just put them right over the eyeball. That way you don't have to waste too much cardstock. And that's called being thrifty and being eyeball nifty. Okay, so I've got my little eyeballs, and I will tell you one thing. Those eyeballs have feet. They will walk away. They will run away from your workstation. You will lose them. Do it every time. Okay, now here's the thing. You got to figure out which duck bill or beak goes with which duck body. And there is a specific one to each duck, so you kind of got to figure that out. So I'm getting the lay of the land here. Which duck feet goes with which duck body and so forth. So once you get them paired up, then I just use liquid glue. You could also use tape runner. I put a little bit on the head, but not the beak or the bill. I got to look that up. Okay, I just Googled it. And it says a duck does have a bill, but it can also be referred to as a beak. Potato, potato. Okay, so you got to line it up. And I love this because some of the ducks are turned to the left, some are turned to the right, so you get that variation, and the bodies are orientated in different ways. Popping in that teeny little black eyeball before it runs away, and then you just glue on the body to the bottom. You just kind of line it up so only the little feet, do you call them feet? Got to look it up. Okay, I just looked it up. It's called palmate feet. I actually had to look up the pronunciation. You ever do that? Look up the pronunciation of things? I do it all the time. Palmate feet. Never even heard that term before. In fact, I don't think I've ever heard anyone talk about ducks and their feet. So you heard it here first. Bill is also a beak, and the feet are called palmate. I'm always here for the good old info, tittles and whatnot. So I'm just gluing these body parts together, and they're so cute. You could add little accessories. I've seen Neenah Trapini posted a project with one of these ducks and put a big bow around their neck. It was so cute, and I was like, that's genius. I love when you add a bow. You could add a party hat, make it a birthday duck. Just all the things, put a Santa hat on it at Christmas time, and whatnot, So now I have 6 ducks, and I'm going to make a little arrangement. I don't have a plan, but I just think they're darn cute. Here's the last little black eyeball, and the place and score wand, or place and pierce. Both of these are invaluable tools for piecing together little die cuts and whatnot. Now I have this new stencil. It's called Delicate Lattice. It's very intricate, but I had an idea to emboss it into my card background instead of blending. So I have a panel here of very light, kind of powdered blue cardstock, and I lay the stencil over it. And I'm just going to run this through the die cut maybe twice. Sometimes I'm not sure if I've got the right thickness for a sandwich. You might have to add a metal shim. You really have to fiddle and futz around till you get the right amount of pressure. This is very faint, but I love how it turned out. Very subtle, not too bold, but just a little something for texture on the background. Now I'm making a white card base here using my scoreboard and my Teflon bone folder, scoring at 4 1/4 for a standard A2 size card. The white cardstock I love to use is Neenah Solar White, 110 pound. It's a nice, sturdy white card base. And just scoring the heck out of it because I like my card to lay flat, especially when you're trying to photograph it. So I score heavily. And then I've also been kind of testing out using glue to hold my panels down. Normally when I do stuff like this, either I pop it up with foam tape or I use tape runner, but I have noticed as of late, sometimes if I use tape runner, it starts to unadhere. Is that a word? I can see it lifting off. And so I'm testing out glue to see if it holds a little bit better. I was disappointed that the tape runner, maybe I need to use score tape, like something more tacky. I'm struggling for words today. Okay, so now I'm just trying to piece together a little background of ducks. And you see how they all have different shapes. And I'm trying to find how they fit together best. How many can I fit on a card? I don't want it to be too crowded, but I want to have a bit of a composition with the position of them all and how they fit together. So I think I like that. I might have to leave one duck out. I feel bad about it, but I'm going to save it for a tag and add a bow. I think that's so cute. Now on the back of the ducks, I'm going to add a little bit of these 3D foam squares. These are by Simon Says Stamp, and they have several different 3D foam squares. These are the thinner ones. They have thicker ones, and they also have black ones, and I love them for little die cuts like this when you're doing little things. And I've noticed over the years that I over adhere. Sometimes I put on too much foam tape. You don't need so much. In fact, on these ducks, I think you could get away with one square. Although you don't want it to get tippy or leany. Okay, how's everybody doing? We're getting into the spring vibes here in Minnesota. The grass is starting to get green. The trees do not have leaves, but I am ready for this spring season. I'm looking out the window, my neighbor's mowing. And it's good. It's good. It feels really good. Now for a sentiment, a lot of different things you could do. You could use this for any occasion. I'm going to just do a hello friend. So this is, what is this called? The reverse everyday easy strips. And I'll have a link to it. And I'm using my little mini guillotine trimmer to cut out the hello friend. These are easy strips, so it also coordinates with the easy strips die. But for whatever reason, I have a little bin of all these sentiment strips. I save them from all the releases. Got the reverse, got the white on black, the black on white, and I always have little ones left over, and they're great to use. You never know. You never know when you need a little hello friend sentiment strip. I'm using one square right in the middle because the other sides are going to rest on the duck bums. Now, do I need to Google what a duck tush is called? But I am putting a little dab of glue there on the one side to keep it straight. Now, here's where I go off the rails with the embellishments, but I just had so much fun. These are Hero Arts, Hero Hues, little embellishment dots. And they're kind of like transparent. I love them. They're like red, orange, and yellow. And I started and then I couldn't stop. Do you ever do that? But you know what this is reminding me of? I feel like I'm channeling Yana Smekula. This looks like something she would do. And I get tickled when I subconsciously channel a card maker that I adore. And Hank wants to say hi. He says, hello, friend. He'd like to go chase those ducks right across the yard. Make sure and check out the You Are My Favorite release at Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.